Moving on, I want to talk about another aspect of the division, the PvP, right?
Okay.
So I did a little bit of Dark Zone stuff in the closed beta. I haven't done any yet since I've been playing solo on my own. Obviously, that's kind of all that's left after you've finished the main campaign. Apparently, it's like super imbalanced at the moment.
It's not so much that the fighting is imbalanced, and some would argue that you can argue that the Dark Zone is a PvP area. It's like you don't have to, but you can. But what it really is that going rogue is supposed to, like, for most people that want to go rogue, is a very fun thing to do.
So going rogue is that like if
when you shoot another like non-hostile agent, is what
so
they're
a human
classified.
person.
Yes,
basically.
exactly. And you're like, you want to either take the risk of killing him because he has loot, and you're like, I hope he has good loot, or he's just a jerk face because he killed your boss
or
guy.
she could be a jerk face.
Yeah,
too.
he or she is a jerk face. But you go rogue, it's like you lose so much experience when you die as a rogue that it could be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour plus of work that you just did, that it's so not worth it to go rogue that just don't go rogue, because
the risk reward is just totally skewed.
yeah, and so
the wrong way,
that essentially just kills the whatever PvP element there is, because most people are like, well, I'm not going to do that because I just lost all this time doing it. And on top of that, there's people that are starting to play like games and shenanigans where they try to get you to go rogue. So I'll tell you this story. Last week, I'm soloing the Dark Zone, grinding my levels, and I happen to run into 3 other players that are clearly grouped up. And we're kind of clearing out an outpost, or I start shooting at like an area, and I just see one guy. He's just kind of like serpentining right next to me, near me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Right? And then I'm starting to think, oh, you know what he's trying to do? I'm pretty sure he's trying to run in the line of my fire and get me to go rogue. And
he has 2 friends with him.
Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, that's not happening. And I run away, and they chase me around for like 5 minutes. I'm running circles, and I'm literally looping, and they're just bullying me. And I was like, this is the worst feeling ever. But at the same time, like a day later, it actually happened where I was shooting, and then
somebody just jumped in front
of me on purpose. on purpose. I go rogue. They murk me, and I lose 30,000 experience, which is like 1 level when you're in the 40 plus range. And that 1 level soloing probably took me an hour to an hour and a half. So I lost an hour to an hour and a half. I didn't even care about losing the money, any loot. I cared more about the experience, because you need to try to hit level 50 Dark Zone, like as another another requisite in the game, end game, to buy other stuff. And so I was trying really hard to get there, and these jerks did it to me twice in one day.
You're not the only person. Limac in the Twitch chat, you would have seen on screen there as well. Very similar story. Somebody walked into your line of fire intentionally to make you go rogue so they can kill you. That really sucks. That's kind of ingenious as well.
Yeah. How like from Ubisoft's standpoint, how would you even like nerf that?
I mean, they changed so much of the Dark Zone during the alpha, right? Like during the beta. I remember they changed the frequency by which you saw NPCs went up, the difficulty went up.
They're still doing stuff now.
So they're still tweaking this again. Yeah. So I guess they're just gonna. But you're right. Like, how do you stop people doing the exploit? Like, do you have to shoot them more than one? No, like I don't know.
Well, there are some people
not make it worth their while.
Yeah,
I guess, or something.
I don't know what some people are doing though. Instead, that the people that actually enjoy going rogue and want to have fun going rogue is they're like, okay, I'm gonna set my main character aside and make an alternate character.
You're kidding.
And then I'll use my alternate Smurf character to rogue and PvP people, because I don't care. Like, I'm not afraid to lose anything. But anyone that's trying to play endgame or like high end content and wants to farm and stuff like that, they will not like ever. It's just a waste of time.
So are you done in Dark Zone until they fix this, or are you still?
No, I mean, you still do the Dark Zone because.
No, but you personally.
No, because I still have to go in there to get gear, to get some materials to craft other stuff, and like I said, for the most part, since most people don't go rogue, you're basically running around friendly like the whole time. Everyone is just hive mind of like, oh, we're just grinding, we're PvEing together, like whatever. I'm not gonna go rogue on you. Like most people, I would say right now, 70 to 80% of the population, if not more, are just grinding it like you would a normal MMO, like not trying to kill each other. Okay. And then there's like 10, 15% jerk guys that want to mess with you or something like that. And
that's a good ratio. That's not too bad.
It should be higher though. It should. You should be able to like that. That was the kind of cool part of what people thought the Dark Zone was going to be. Is
and
that
that's
you
what
can have
was
these
cool
skirmishes. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun doing that, and people did. But then once they realized how much that they were losing, they're like, "Whoa, look, I'm good. Like I'm not doing that again because." That's too much time wasted right there.
It's like an interesting social engineering class there. It's like you make it just not worth people's while to people to do illegal activity and they won't do it. That's the PvP in The Division. A review up on GameSpot right now. It's 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I got on the site. Available on a bunch of platforms except the Wii U. Sorry, it's probably coming.
Probably for the best.
It's not coming.
No.
You got Wii U Play. How's your Uplay experience going on this game? Have you unlocked all the Wii Uplay points?
I have unlocked a lot, I think.
What
and
level
I've-
is your Uplay man, bloke, character,
I don't know.
person?
So, okay. So the funniest thing is going into playing The Division, right?
Yeah.
Rob and Aaron had played, like Far Cry or Rainbow
Yeah.
Six Siege. So they had a bunch of Uplay points and they're like, hey,
Crew.
Eric. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
the crew. And they're like, hey, Eric, you can take those bucks and unlock all these cool things before The Division comes out. You can get
really?
a free mod
Wallpapers?
skin. You can in-game stuff.
Ringtones?
try that.
You get this weird looking. I was rocking the sports bow or something. There's like this kind of varsity jacket hat.
It's like a fake Knicks thing or something.
Yeah.
there.
Dolphins colored.
Yeah, exactly. Someone called me like I was the dad from the 70s or 80s or whatever.
Okay.
Wearing my old Miami. Yeah,
Because all that stuff
laces
is,
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Laces out.
I'm in crazy town.
Blair
Tickles the
Walsh
bear.
wants it laces out. Okay. But yeah,
So there you go. Okay, I take it back. Uplay came forward. After
I
all,
guess.
or came through after all these
Ace
years.
Ventura.
play to
Yeah.
get
Costume paid off.
stuff, I guess. I mean, as long as it doesn't really influence the game. I mean, there's only a couple of things that you can buy from that actually go like, oh, that's kind of like in-game currency. Let's not do too
Yeah.
much
Most
of
of
that.
the
Let's
stuff,
not get
like-
crazy. It's like med kits or cosmetics. So
Even most of a lot of the things you pick up, the clothes and whatnot, are just cosmetic as well. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. All right. Thank you both, gentlemen, for coming in and talking about Le Division, available on your video game platform of choice right now. Go check it out.